Hey there, this is O the Humanity, and this is my first Dark Souls PvP video. I've actually only been PvPing for about 3 weeks. I've had the game for a bit longer, and that's not including random invasions and stuff. But I've actually only been like into it, and, looking stuff up and figuring stuff out for about 3 weeks now. So I'm just making this video to maybe help some new players out and just get out there. And if anyone has any comments or helpful hints, that would be awesome, because that's kind of what this is for. So if you have anything that would help me out, yeah, just suggest it. And without further ado, this is my build. It's a standard dexterity build, at least I think so. It's a soul level 100. I have 40 dex, 40 endurance, and 40 vitality. I'm using Chester's long coat because it looks awesome. And I realized that if you use the Havel's gloves and boots, you actually get a better weight to poise ratio than if you were to, say, use the chest piece, because I can't really get the fast roll with the chest piece if I use those. But if I use the gloves and boots of either Havel's armor, or it's not the Giant's armor, it's something else, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I use it later on in the video, then you can get the fast roll, and you can get a really nice poise to weight ratio, which is what I was going for. Originally I started with this, and I had like 13 poise. I realized that was a bad idea, and I basically got wrecked. And then I do switch over to this armor set when I need to use, say, the Leo ring or something, but I need to unequip Havel's ring and just have lighter armor, so I use the Artorias chest piece with the Hollow Soldier waistcloth. Sometimes I have to unequip the Thief Hood depending on what weapon I'm using. But yeah, so without further ado, here is the first match, and see what happens. And so here's the first match. I'm using the Fire Enchant just because it looks cool. And here we go. So, in PvPing, I've generally tried to use a wide range of weapons, just because I kind of want to get better at different weapons. I use really just 2 different shields. I try to incorporate the wooden shield because it has lightning defense. But I usually use the target shield and the dark hand. But I actually use my target shield to make a crystal shield, so I don't have it anymore. And the buckler shield weighs less, so and it gives you those extra frames to parry. And I'm trying to get better with that, but I kind of suck at it. So I lost that battle, but here's match 2, and it's just kind of the same thing. But yeah, so I use 2 different types of shields depending on what kind of weight I need and if they're using magic or not. Sometimes I forget to switch out, which happens quite often, but I've come to love the Great Scythe right now. That's my favorite weapon. Though, who knows if that will change. And, I mean, it's fairly predictable because, I run at you and then swing, so I mean, I haven't really been parried yet, which is surprising, but I really just like running, doing the jump, like the forward run R1 attack, and then following it up with an R2. It just the Great Scythe just seems like a fast, aggressive combat weapon to me, which is what I love. And I do use other weapons in this video, because the older Great Scythe matches were at the beginning. But yeah, so I haven't really gotten into magic or pyromancy yet. I have like fireball because I just wanted something from range in case I don't even use it. So I really haven't figured out what to use from range yet. I haven't really come across that many people who use anything but Great Combustion, so. And, well, Pursuers of Darkness, but that's just kind of I hate fighting people that use pursuers in Darkbeat. Because of the lag, I always end up getting hit by the pursuers at some point, and then the Darkbeat just hits me and I just instantly die. And it's just not fun at all to actually fight that way, so I don't really enjoy that. I guess they're just going for a quick win, and if that's what they enjoy, I guess that's okay. Anyways, so this guy, he was he was pretty good. I think I actually win this one, which is surprising, but it's close, so I do kind of suck since I've only been playing for about 3 weeks, at least competitively, whatever you'd call it. I don't know if that's competitively at all. I've been trying to learn for about 3 weeks, I guess you could say. And so I'm gonna try to actually commentate on what's happening. So this guy's using a katana, so he's basically just running forward and stabbing me, which I feel like will be easy to parry. I try, and I generally fail. I don't know if I just don't have the timing down or what's going on. I think I have like one successful parry in this entire time. So I think I might focus on trying to get better at that. I mean, I know there's probably a delay from the lag, but I don't know, I can't figure it out. So it's a pretty standard match. I mean, all he's doing is either an R2 stab or running forward and stabbing, so I assume he must have the Leo ring. I don't feel like I'm getting counter-hit though, so I'm not sure about that, because he wasn't really doing that much damage. And I mean, the Leo ring lets you just, if you hit while they're hitting, or if... Yeah, no, only if you hit while they're hitting, then you get a counter hit, which allows you to have, I don't think it says, but you basically get something like 20-40% bonus damage. I feel like it's almost double. It seems like it. I'm not entirely sure. I'm sure someone knows, but... And so here's another match, and he parries me right there, which is really sucky. But we're using the same weapon, so pretty even fight. I think he has a lot more poise than me. I'm not entirely sure. That sucked. Oh yeah, see, I'm using the claymore. Not with the Leo ring. I know you can do that, but I never do that. And then I'm using a crystal claw because the claw has such little damage that I didn't see any viable way to use it other than to make it crystal and try to enchant it. So I don't exactly know what else could be done, other than slapping an enchant on it and trying to make it crystal. I mean, it has such an interesting moveset that, it's really fun to use. But the damage is just so low. Maybe I'm just not building right. But, yeah. So he's using pyromancies and the Murakomo. So I'm just trying to be as aggressive as possible and just not let him use those pyromancies, because honestly, I get hit by those things. Because I think I can just run out of the way instead of rolling. And I end up just getting hit because of the lag. So, yeah. Work in progress, but, I won there. Nice, since I lost most of the matches I recorded. And, I hate guys like this, who just use really high poise armor and the gold tracer. Because I honestly don't know how to deal with them. Because basically, they just run up to you and start swinging, and since they have such high poise, you can't really, poise break them. At least not with a claw. And I mean, if you're using... Honestly, it was easier when he was using the pyromancies than when he was just rapidly swinging the tracer. I just have problems parrying that. But, definitely something I need to work on. And so this actually happened when I was showcasing the earlier clip of me in this armor. So I have like 16 poise right now. And yeah, I guess this is the first duel that I actually did. And so basically, I just went in with stabbing attacks, which, you know, I don't know if that's very good. It worked for me, but yeah. And so now I'm using the Leo ring and a crystal halberd enchanted, which is kind of unfair. I don't know if I should enchant that. I honestly just like how it looks. But I do ridiculous amounts of damage. So I don't know, that looked like he just fell on the ground over there. But yeah, I basically just go in to stab him. Don't know what else to say. And just because of this massive damage increase you seem to get, I mean, that battle was pretty easy. I mean, halberd with Leo rings, just like easy mode. I don't remember how this duel actually went. Oh, and I'm using the dark hand because it just weighs less. And I wasn't parrying even with extra parry frames on the buckler, so I figured why not. I'm pretty sure I used the dark hand for the rest of the duels. And so he parries me, which is pretty awesome. Because, you know, he's not just spamming the gold tracer at me. So this guy, I think that this duel was pretty fun. I mean, I think I'd lose horribly, but this guy's pretty cool. Oh, never mind. No. Nope. I guess I did that. I don't know if that's considered bad. I mean, he has no poise. He's basically asking for me to stab him 4 times. And I know you can like, what's it called? I think it's like, you can do this escape where you just hit, you know, left. You basically switch out your shield or your sword, like twice. And then what that does is it basically unpoise breaks you, so you can roll away. I always end up just hitting B and then backstepping, which does me no good. So I end up getting out of the stun, just backstepping and getting hit. But this guy's using pyromancies. And I'm trying the washing pole again, so I'm just going in, you know. I'm actually backing up because I have such little health. That's what I'm talking about when I say if I don't roll, I get hit. Because I feel like the fireball didn't hit me, because it was mid-air. But it seems like it's a giant fireball. And this guy, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know how to deal with people like that at all. And so I'm using Claymore in this battle. And as you can see, I don't even know what he honestly did there. I don't know what that buff is. But yeah. I don't think I'm using the Leo ring. No, I'm definitely not using the Leo ring. I wouldn't be able to use things. Although I am using the other armor set I talked about earlier that has slightly less weight than Havel's. And another benefit about using like gloves and boots of a heavy armor set and like Chester's long coat, or another one of my favorites is the robes. I think it's black sorcerer's robes. The ones you get in the painted world. Is you kind of look like Mega Man, you know, with large hands and large feet. Except with a leather duster on, so always sweet. Mega Man with a jacket and a hood, I guess. I just think the whole ensemble goes well together. And I like having larger hands and feet. Makes me feel good. I played Mega Man at an impressionable age, so there we go. And this guy's using the Obsidian Greatsword, which means that his R2 is going to blow me up if he decides to use it. And I'm using the washing pole again. So I basically am going for stabs, because I don't know what else I'm doing. Oh, I'm using the buckler again. What do you know? And what I like to do is just kind of use those R2 stabs and hope to God that they run into me. And it is definitely not paying off. There. I tried to toggle escape there. I think that's what it's called. Toggle escape. Yeah. Pretty sure. I'm not entirely sure if there's a... I'm pretty sure this one's top. I think it was top. And I assume escape. So this one starts off badly. She basically parries me and kicks my butt the second I get up. I don't even think I've hit her yet. But at least I've learned to roll all the way of pyromancies. And then right here I'm using the Balder side sword without the Leo ring. I usually use the Leo ring with it, but this time I just went for that. And this guy, you know, I don't know what he's doing, but it's awesome. I honestly don't even know what that weapon is. I feel like I've seen enemies do that, so I assume it drops from one of them. I forget which enemy, to be honest. I'm relatively new to playing through the game as well, so yeah. I'm just waiting for him because I have no idea what's gonna go on. It just seems, you know, it's crazy. So we bow. We're getting a little bit of lag here. Oh wow. And you know, just a decent build. He did a jump attack, which I have actually not seen very much of. Although I did have this one time where I was at the bottom of those stairs and some guy, wow. So I basically swung my sword twice and he died. He must either be quite low level or just not have that much vitality. But I was at the bottom of the stairs and someone jump attacked me from the top. So basically they got the bonus as if they were falling, doing like a falling attack on me. And it one-shot me. It did like, I have no idea how much damage, but it basically just killed me one hit. And then this one, you know, this guy's actually, oh no, it's two guys. And you know, I'm invading, so I don't know what's gonna go on. Maybe it's only one guy. It might have been a different one. And so he's not even there. I guess I just wave at him. I think I try to kick him, but I'm terrible at kicking and doing jump attacks, so I end up just hitting him. I back away to see if, you know, he comes back and try to kick, fail, and then kill him, I guess. I probably will take that duel out just because, I mean, that doesn't take any skill. That's not even that entertaining. And then I kill myself because that's just how you roll, man. And then here's this guy again, who did the jumping thing. And I'm using the Balder side sword. And I'm not sure if I'm using the Leo ring because I don't have, or I have, you know, the hollow waistcloth on, so maybe. I don't think I am. And I have the Ring of Favor and Protection, so that's why I don't get an extra ring slot. If you were wondering. I should probably just show you guys when I'm recording this audio at a later point in time. And the thing I do with the Balder side sword, which I'm sure most people do, is they just use the R2 stab attack, the R1 stab attack. It's a rolling stab with R1, and the two-handed R2 is a stabbing attack, and the rolling two-handed is a stabbing attack too. So I believe, at least, that's how it goes. And so I usually use the Leo ring with this. And there I heard, you know, a random enemy die, and I wasn't really sure what was going on. Again, I'm invading, so I don't know what I'm going to run into. And I end up seeing... No, never mind. I don't end up seeing them. I think they're a little bit further down, like across that path that we just saw. So basically, I'll just take this time to say, yeah, I'm pretty new to doing this kind of thing, so I don't know if this commentary is any good at all. It probably isn't, so I apologize for that, but basically, this video is just to get a video out there, say hi to some people, see if anyone has some pointers for me, and contribute to the community, maybe. I'm not sure if anyone's going to learn anything from this, or if I've done that much of a good job, but I'm going to probably go out and check out other people's videos, see if they have any pointers and whatnot that I don't know. If any of you have links to cool videos and you want to put those down, I would love to go and watch those. But yeah, anyways, yeah, so I'm facing two people here, which is interesting, because I don't think I've ever had kind of a fight like this before, and you know, I'm not doing that bad, although he did just flash there, which is fine, you know. He's probably just progressing through the game, so it's not like an honorable duel or anything. Which is pretty sweet that we have that system, but honestly, these kind of randomish invasions, you know, they're fun. I mean, I think this was probably the battle that I had the most fun with, mainly because there were two people, you know. I had to think about my tactics. I couldn't just go in. I had to, you know, figure out what I was going to do and see if I could cope with, you know, two people. And, you know, I died horribly in the end, but it was definitely a lot more fun than just, you know, roll around and stab, which is sometimes what a duel is for me. Just that extra person adds just an immense amount of fun and enjoyment and randomness to them, otherwise normal duels. And now we're back to normal dueling. He's using a sunlight enchant on his sword and Wrath of the Gods, so I thought he was gonna Wrath of the Gods and I was gonna punish him with a backstab. Unfortunately, he basically kills me right there. And I don't even know what happened there, but you know, whatever happens. I think, yeah, this is the person who parried me and then got me down to like a third of my health. No, probably less than that. So, oh, look, exact same thing almost happened. I honestly just I didn't really take any damage. That was weird. I don't know if she's taking any damage either. Maybe there's just horrific lag going on. But yeah, so she's pumping out the pyromancies, and I've apparently learned how to dodge them at this point. And there she goes. It's the first hit. Again, I don't know if I'm using the Leo ring. I don't think I am, because I don't think I would be able to use all that armor without Hal's ring. But I might be. Oh, well, I am. If you look in the top left, I forgot it. I forgot it had that buff symbol. I feel dumb. Anyways, this is a pretty good duel. Again, I ran right into that thinking I'd avoid it. So I guess I haven't learned. Oh, that was close. But she's pretty good. And I call her a she because she's wearing that maiden's armor. I'm not actually sure if the character was a girl or not. And this guy just ran away. Yeah. So I enchant my claw, because I'm using the buckler. Trying to get good at those parries, even though I have used like 10 of them in the whole series of videos or duels. So obviously I have a lot of work to do in that department. I'm not sure if the extra frames that the buckler adds is even helping me out. And the target shield weighs too much, although it looks a lot cooler. I mean, the buckler kind of looks stupid, in my opinion, at least. It's nice because you get to see your armor when it's on your back. But other than that, it's... I don't know. I just don't like it. But yeah, so this guy's basically trying to get me to go into enemies, which I should have killed, to be honest. But I didn't. And so, You know, I'm trying to get him to come back up here. It doesn't really work. But, yeah, so I end up getting fed up with the fact that this guy is just... He is not coming up, so I'm like, okay, fine. I'll go down, try to lure him up, maybe. Try to, kill him down there. See what happens. And I'm using the claw, which doesn't really do that much damage. So I kill these guys. I'm really bad at it. And yeah, so he's just sitting down there. I assume he's gonna try to, like, you know, pyromancy me off the ledge. Which I guess he uses dark bead. Which is funny because dark bead doesn't really take that much skill to use. I mean, spam at least. I guess it's okay if you just use it, you know, sparingly, but it doesn't make the fight any more fun. I might, you know, try to use it at some point. See what it's all about. I've never actually used dark bead, so I'm not sure. But when people use pursuers and dark bead, it definitely just seems cheap to me, at least from the receiver's standpoint. So he's kicking my butt, to be honest. I mean, I have to deal with a lot of enemies, but now we're basically even. He uses the Avalon, and I go for the backstab, which was just a mistake. I should have just gone in for any attack and then try to poise break him. I should have realized that he had no poise at that point, but I didn't. But yeah, so that's the end of my videos, or series of duels. I hope you enjoyed it. If you learned something, that's awesome. If you didn't, I don't know if this is very good. But I hope you guys had a fun watch. I hope I entertained you at least a little bit. And yeah, so I might post another video. I'm thinking of making 2 other builds, like a strength build and an int build. So if I post another series, it'll probably be with one of those. Anyways, yeah. So have a great day, guys. This is OTH